Have you been hanging and banging, brothers and sisters? Have you been in the gym, pumping that iron, and getting yourself in top shape? If so, you need to fuel your body, and nobody can do it better for you at a better price and a better quality product than our friends at Best Price Nutrition. That's bestpricenutrition.com. 1-800-499-4810. They got free shipping on orders over $99 in the USA. They even have a 30-day return policy. Ladies and gentlemen, Best Price Nutrition is where it's at. Do you enjoy our YouTube content? Do you wish there was more? Well, now there is. Patreon.com/PowerCast Network. There you will find, just starting at $5 a month, more access to podcasts, to shows, to other saves. Check it out today, everybody. That's patreon.com/PowerCast Network. Welcome back, everybody, to the 1987 Supermod, the Christmas series. All month long, we will be featuring the AWA and the WWF. Remember, it's part of the special Christmas series. So here we are with the WWF back in action with our WWF save, and we are recording 4 weeks of prime time wrestling. Okay, I just want to give you a heads up that this is take 2 of this video. I made some errors and accidentally set Primetime Wrestling for 2 hours instead of an hour and a half. I got that fixed in the database now. So therefore, I had to adjust our whole card. And let me tell you, it wasn't easy, and I spent a great deal of time working on it. But here we are. We're all set for this first batch of tapings, which will be this week, which is May 1st, and next week, which will be the second week of May. Not May 1st, but the first week of May, and then the second week of May. So I have the cards all lined up. We're ready to go here. I just have to put in opponents for the British Bulldogs here, but we'll deal with that for the next show. So here we're going to deal with Mike Richards and Junkyard Dog in the opener. We're going to see Pete Doherty and Tommy Sharpe versus the Young Stallions. We're going to see David Sammartino taking on Butch Reed. Adrian Adonis will be in the ring with Jake Roberts. Hercules, the mighty Hercules, will once again face Billy Jack Haynes here. It's going to be on TV here on Primetime Wrestling. Orton and Muraco are going to face the Killer Bees in the semi-main. And then our main event, everybody, we're going to see Harley race versus Hulk Hogan. All right, for next week's tapings, we're going to see Mitch Snow versus Ron Bass. Rick Hunter and Scott McGhee will face the Islanders. Iron Mike Sharpe is going to battle Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Brad Rheingans is going to face King Kong Bundy. We're going to have the Nikolai Volkoff and the Iron Sheik. They're going to face the British Bulldogs. Got that one fixed up. Dick Slater is going to be in the ring with the Macho Man Randy Savage. And in the main event here, we're going to have the Can-Am Connection versus Demolition. For those of you that may be wondering, this is a little bit different than my style that you've seen. Primetime Wrestling was, outside of a couple enhancement matches, it was all... It was filmed. A lot of them were tour dates, tour shows, tour matches, that kind of stuff. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and get ready here. And you know what time it is. I know what time it is. Let's get to booking. All right, Richards versus Junkyard Dog here. And of course, this is not the same Junkyard Dog that we saw just a few years before this. This version of Junkyard Dog was out of shape. He unfortunately was a drug addict, and he was having a hard time honoring his commitments and making dates. And essentially, Junkyard Dog was on the decline here and kind of a mess. However, he was still a draw. People still liked him. And you know what? We're going to change this over to a Junkyard Dog promo, because the dog could still do a promo. So here we go. Junkyard Dog who was one of my favorites as a kid growing up. I just thought the world of him. But he was best in short enhancement matches, no doubt about it. And here he is, Gene Okerlund, and let's see if he's in a storyline. We do. We have him in a storyline still, a storyline with Harley Race still. After they had their WrestleMania 3 match, and Harley Race is off screen. Junkyard Dog is based on entertainment. Mean Gene Okerlund Entertainment, that one is booked. All right, so let's change this over. Junkyard Dog promo. There we go. All right, next we're going to have Pete Doherty and Tommy Sharpe against the Young Stallions. Another enhancement match here. Doherty and Sharpe. There we go. And they're going to go just 3 minutes here. Here's Pete Doherty. Here is Tommy Sharpe. They, of course, are facing the Young Stallions. We're going to give the win here to Jimmy Powers. Powers with the victory. Nice enhancement win for the Young Stallions. All right, David Sammartino is going to face Butch Reed. Next, they're going to go 12 minutes, and it's not going to be an enhancement match. David Sammartino was, well, that's an interesting story with him. There's a couple different stories depending on which one you want to listen to. David Sammartino decided to become a pro wrestler against his father's wishes. He ended up, I forget where he was trained. I think he went to Texas to get trained. And no, he's not facing Bruno Sammartino. He's facing Butch Reed. And eventually, the WWF picked him up. And a lot of people say it was a bait by Vince McMahon to bait Bruno Sammartino to come back to continue selling out arenas. And they had the Sammartinos and tags together. They had David being managed by Bruno, and apparently Bruno and David didn't get along that well. So it's quite the hodgepodge, and you never really understand what the full story is. I've heard the version of Bruno Sammartino himself. I've heard the David Sammartino version, and I've never heard the Vince McMahon version. That's the version I would like to hear. You know, I also heard Larry Zbyszko talk about it on occasion, and you just don't know what's true and what isn't. So, and that's not being negative towards anybody. Just you're talking about stuff that happened many, many years before these interviews. So right away, you lose, understanding of clarity based on that. And we have Honky Tonk Man is still in the feud with Jake Roberts. So he's going to be talking about the Honky Tonk Man here. So it's just, you just never know. But didn't go well for David Sammartino in his WWF runs. At this point, he was pretty much being used as enhancement talent, or what I like to call extended enhancement talent. That's like an Iron Mike Sharpe, SD Jones. They were still going to lose, but they could go longer matches. All right, next we have Adrian Adonis versus Jake Roberts. They're going to go 12 minutes. I am not a fan of Adrian Adonis. He's going to be out of the game here, out of the WWF here soon. And I'm going to be happy to let him go. Not a fan. The guy was not bad in the ring, but his appearance was just disgusting. And wasn't for me. All right, so here we go. Jake Roberts with the win over Adrian Adonis. Next, we're going to try our hand at a Billy Jack Haynes promo. He's going to go 6 minutes here. It's probably not going to be good. But we're trying to keep the realism alive, and he would have cut a promo. Here's Billy Jack Haynes. He's based on entertainment. He's going to be talking with Gene Okerlund. And I don't think we have Billy Jack Haynes in a promo. No, he's still in the promo with Hercules after WrestleMania 3. Now, I kept these feuds up here by doing research and finding out who was wrestling who on the circuit. So that's why these feuds are still existing even after WrestleMania 3. That one's booked, and next we have Hercules versus Billy Jack Haynes, of course, to keep their feud going. They're going to go 16 minutes. And here is the mighty Hercules. And here is Billy Jack Haynes. And they are going to go, well, we got to click off enhancement first. And then they are going to go to a draw. We're going to have them go to a double disqualification. Where is it? There we go, double DQ. And that one's booked. Up next, we have the Killer Bees are going to cut a promo. Killer Bees are not in a feud with anybody that I know of. But we'll double check that, of course. Here's B. Brian Blair. Here's Jumpin' Jim Brunzell. They're talking to Gene Okerlund. Let's see if they're in a feud with anybody. They are not, so we're good. All right, entertainment. 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 And booked. And of course, they're in the ring here with Orton and Muraco. 18 minutes. And obviously, these matches would not have been this long. But this is what I have to do due to the fact that I messed up and made the shows 2 hours long. I'll be able to adjust it after this month's bookings and make it to the realistic hour and a half, and then we'll go from there. Originally, I thought it was just an hour show, too. So, made some errors here, everybody. All right, we're going to give the win here to B. Brian Blair. That one is booked, and next we should have the big Hulk Hogan promo here. And there we go. Big Hogan promo. Doesn't have to be on anybody. Hogan's not in an active feud with anybody. Hogan's working the circuit against random opponents in the main event. Of course, he's going to wrestle. He's going to be talking to Gene Okerlund. Entertainment, entertainment. Booked. And in our main event here, we have the aging Harley Race. I think this one's going 20 minutes. It is. Race is going to face Hogan. Non-title match, everybody. WWF did not put the title on the line without announcing it first. And here is Hulk Hogan. And no title on the line. And Hulk Hogan is going to win this one by... we'll just have him win it clean. Yeah, and these two can do an epic. Imagine seeing a 20-minute Hulk Hogan match on regular TV. The only time you'd see that is on Saturday night's main event. But it's what we have to do to make things realistic here in the game. And this one is booked. And again, title is not on the line. We have to cut a minute. Okay, so we're going to cut a minute off of Orton and Muraco and the Killer Bees. So here we go. Let's go ahead and get this one going, and we'll see how we do. I don't know how this is going to go. I can't tell. All right, Junkyard Dog gets the win, and for some reason, Junkyard Dog's finisher, which I think was the headbutt called the thump, is not showing up here. So again, we'll have to go in and adjust that. And that's right, we're at the Anaheim Convention Center because that's where our regular event was originally booked to be. So here we go. 69 for the promo for the Junkyard Dog here. Not bad at all. And the Young Stallions get a 45 in their enhancement match. They win with their high double drop kick. Good stuff. Up next, Butch Reed over David Sammartino. He wins with the Gorilla Press Slam. 67 overall. Good stuff. And Jake Roberts magically only scores a 63 for a 6-minute promo. Something's out of whack there. We'll have to take a look at that. And Adrian Adonis versus Jake Roberts scores an 84. Adonis with an 85 here looks great. Maybe I should take back what I said about him. All right, up next, we have Billy Jack Haynes promo, only a 60. And that's okay, but the match gets a 79, both guys at 76. I'd say that's pretty darn realistic. Good stuff. Up next here, 64 promo for the Killer Bees. All right. And 84 for their match against Orton and Muraco here. Bob Orton Jr., I would give an 89. That guy could go in the ring. No doubt about it. Let's see if there's any takeaways here. Brenzel's fatigued. I don't know how the guy could be fatigued, and we just started doing recordings. All right. Here's where you call TEW BS. All right. Right here. Hulk Hogan, 1987 Primetime Wrestling. He's only going to score a 79 on his promo. Come on, everybody. Come on. There you go with some old-fashioned TEW BS. 93 for the main event. Hogan gets a performance of 100. A little bit crazy. He wins with that double axe handle that he used to use on occasion. And let's see if this show is saved or if we're going to have a problem here. And we gained popularity in 2 regions. Fair enough with an 85. But that is how popular the WWF is. So that's what's going on here. All right, we are ready to book our second week here, everybody. And I haven't even booked out the next 2. So I got thrown for a loop here. How did that happen? All right, there you go. Back to white. All right, Mitch Snow and Ron Bass. They're going to go 3 minutes here. Mitch Snow is going to do the favor for the Outlaw, Ron Bass. 3 minutes on this one, everybody. Here he is. Here's Mitchy Snow. And here's the Outlaw, Ron Bass. All right, Ron Bass with the victory. And up next here we have a Jim Duggan promo. I can't remember if Jim Duggan's in a feud with anybody. I think he is. We're going to have to check here. And both these guys are based on entertainment. And let's check to see if Duggan... Yeah, Duggan's in a promo with the Iron Sheik. Or in a program with the Iron Sheik, yeah. So there we go. Sheiky is off screen, obviously. That one's booked. And now we have Rick Hunter and Scott McGhee versus the Young Islanders here. And that one's a 3-minute enhancement match. Here is Rick Hunter. And here's Scotty McGhee. And they're facing the Young Islanders. Good team. The Islanders were a really good team. And Tama is going to get the win here for the Islanders. And next, we're going to have we're going to have Iron Mike Sharpe versus Jim Duggan. They're going to go 12. You know what we're going to do? We're going to change this match over to 9. We had plenty of time. And that'll be our change. So here is Mike Sharpe. And here is Jim Duggan. And Hacksaw is going to get the win. And that one's booked. We'll go ahead and put it in the spreadsheet. And next, we're going to do another Hulk Hogan promo. This time, we're going to take Gene Okerlund off of entertainment. See if that helps us out here. If it doesn't, then we know the fix is in here. Here's Hulk, not Howard Finkel, but Hulk Hogan. And here is Gene Okerlund. Hogan is based on entertainment. Gene Okerlund is not. That one's booked. Let's see how we do. And next, we're going to have Brad Rheingans versus King Kong Bundy. They're going to go 12. Brad Rheingans was a very good amateur wrestler. I believe an Olympian. Another AWA product after when he decided to get involved in pro wrestling. Hooked up with Vern Gagne, ended up doing a lot of training. On this time period, he was actually with the WWF. He was another guy that the WWF signed so that the AWA couldn't have. Pretty much like the Crusher, who I have to add to our roster here. And King Kong Bundy gets the win here over Brad Rheingans. Brad Rheingans, I don't think, ever strung together a group of wins with the WWF. And we have to put the Crusher in here. I forgot to put him on the sheet. We're going to actually let the Crusher go. There's no reason to have him. We're not going to use him. The man's 60 years old. All right, British Bulldogs are going to cut a promo. They're going to have a 6-minute promo, of course. Here is Davey Boy Smith. Here is the Dynamite Kid. One of my favorite tag teams as a kid. Oh, they were fantastic. And they're talking to Gene Okerlund. And they're talking about Bret Hart and Jim Neidhart. Little did you know behind the scenes how scummy both Davey and Dynamite Kid were. And they were both pretty scummy guys. Sadly, both of them died Davey died at an extremely young age, and Dynamite died on his 60th birthday. All right, both of them are based on entertainment. Gene Okerlund's based on entertainment. Off screen. Booked. All right, up next we have Volkoff and the Sheik versus the British Bulldogs. And let's double check how long this match is going. It's going to go 16 minutes. There's Sheik and Volkoff. There are the British Bulldogs. We're going to put the Bulldogs over. We're going to have Dynamite Kid get the win. Next, we're going to have a Randy Savage promo. I guarantee you it's going to be a good one. And we're going to try the same thing. We're going to take Gene Okerlund off the promo. And he's, of course, talking about Ricky Steamboat. They're still in that feud. And Steamboat's off screen. Savage is based on entertainment. That one is booked. All right, now we have Dick Slater and Randy Savage are going to go 18. Dick Slater was actually doing a babyface run here, which is pretty surprising. But his last bit where he was with the WWF here, he was doing a babyface gimmick. All right, and here is Randy Savage. And Randy Savage is going to get the win. And he's going to get the win by tainted. He's going to cheat. That's what Randy Savage did when he was a heel. And he was really good at it. All right, so that one's booked. Next, we're going to have a Demolition promo. We'll see how that goes. Here's Axe. Here is Smash. They're talking to Gene Okerlund. We don't have to put Mr. Fuji on there. He's going to be there anyway, but we don't have to put him in there. And they are in a feud with... Who are they in a feud with? The Islanders. The Young Islanders, yeah. So we have Haku and Tama. And for all you young watchers of the show, Haku did not become this mythical figure until about 12 years ago or so, when people started doing shoot interviews about him. Back then, he was just another guy in the ring. All right, we're going to base Gene Okerlund on entertainment. So that one's booked. And our main event here is going to have the Can-Am Connection against Demolition. And Demolition is going to get the win by manager interference. And that one's booked. Here we go. We're ready. Let's see how it goes, everybody. All right, Ron Bass gets the win, scores an 82. Good score for Ron Bass. He wins with the pile driver over the young Mitch Snow. And Jim Duggan gets a nice 75 promo. Terrific. And next, we get the Islanders with their enhancement win over Rick Hunter and Scott McGhee. And that number is very low there for Tama. So we're going to have to see why. Should not be that low. That guy was skilled in the ring. All right, Duggan scores a 74 in his match here against Mike Sharpe. Terrific. Wins with that running clothesline tackle. There we go. That's the difference. Hulk Hogan with a 99 on his promo. Excellent score. Good stuff. King Kong Bundy scores a 74 here over Brad Rheingans. Wins with that big splash, of course. And the British Bulldogs only get a 61. That's okay because they really weren't that good of a promo. So, but they were good in the ring, and this match shows it. So here you go. Dynamite Kid over the Iron Sheik. And Dynamite Kid submits the Iron Sheik. So, got another problem with finishers here. Dynamite Kid's individual finisher was the diving headbutt. We'll see what's going on with that. We'll check that out. And here you go. 100 promo for the Macho Man. Terrific. Great score. Excellent. Yes. Randy Savage over Dick Slater. Gets a 78 overall. Good stuff. And Demolition gets a 79. Not bad at all for a promo for them. And 85 for the main event here with Demolition over the Can-Ams. And Tom Zank has a freakishly low score, and he shouldn't. Let's take a look at him. All right, we're going to finish this one up with an 87. We get a banger, an increase over 3 regions. Good stuff. And that's going to do it for us, everybody, for this one. We'll be back tomorrow to finish up the next 2 weeks' worth of tapings. But we got the first 2 weeks done once I got things figured out. This took a lot longer than it should have overall. Not necessarily the show, but my part of recording it. So that's going to do it for us, everybody, for this episode. Like I said, we'll be back in action tomorrow for the second half, the next 2 weeks of tapings of Primetime Wrestling. For those of you that are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Leave a message below. Let us know how you found the channel and what you think of it so far. For those of you that would like version 9 of the Supermod, head on over to braddrake.net. Drop me a line. I'll be more than happy to send you a link to the database and the picture pack. Last but not least, everybody, you can find us on social media, facebook.com/groups/1987supermod. You can also find us over on Reddit, on the subreddit of TEW 2020 Friends. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.